Okay, so I'm here with Karina Bohorquez.
Perfect.
I said it wrong.
No, that's fine.
Who just gave a talk at iWitness, and the topic/title of your talk was "Don't settle for mediocrity. You were made for more." Just briefly as you can. I know you just gave a 45-minute talk, but what would you say the take-home message of that talk was?
Oh, there's so much, but I think the message is we're not called to be mediocre in this life. We're called to holiness, and that is what the human being is created for. So if you don't want to be holy, you don't want to be human. And in order to do that, you have to be faithful to the one thing necessary, which is to have a personal relationship with God, to have an intimate communion with Him every day, and not be afraid of the battles, wounds, like the wounds of battle. The Christian life is an adventure, and it's an interesting adventure. It's a beautiful adventure. And yeah, we will be wounded, but that's okay, because we don't battle just with our strength, but with the grace of God that sustains us.
That's awesome. That's good. I get an image of battle scars, which is awesome. I just realized that I jumped straight into this and didn't actually have you explain a little bit about yourself to anyone who doesn't actually know you. So, I mean, just from your beautiful accent, I think it's clear that you're not from Sydney.
I'm not from Sydney, no.
Where are you from?
So I am from South America, a country called Colombia. We are crazy lovers of coffee. And it's known for other things that we should not mention.
Just one.
No.
Fine.
Emeralds.
Okay, fine. So you're from Colombia. And when did you come to Sydney?
I arrived in Sydney in 2017. Okay. I am a member of a community called the Marian Community of Reconciliation, although everybody knows us as Fraternas. And I got sent here. I lived previously in England and other places. And I work at UNSW as the team leader of the chaplaincy there.
Notre Dame.
I started at Notre Dame.
Don't forget.
No, I don't forget. I'm very grateful for my time at Notre Dame. But yeah, so I am a consecrated woman of that community, and I lived in the heart of the world, tried to evangelize through the things that I do, but primarily through the witness of my life that, I left everything and consecrated my life to God because God is real. He's not an abstraction. Nobody leaves everything for an abstraction, but we leave everything for a person that calls us, a person that loves us. And so I hope that not just with the things that I do, but hopefully with His grace, with the own testimony of my life, through the living the commitments of obedience, celibacy, and poverty, that I may be a witness of God's real presence in the world.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Oh, and it's my hope. You have to pray for me because it's not easy.
Speaking of hope, I just want to ask you one last question, and then you can go and have fun. What would you say your hope is maybe for the Sydney church moving forward into the future? I know that's a really big question, so I mean, you can limit it to maybe one or two things, but just based on your time here since 2017 and, all your experiences here, like what would you say your hope is for the Sydney church in particular?
Well, when I come to things like iWitness and I see the life of the church present in all of the people here, it fills me with hope. And I hope that people do those things more, that they are not afraid of, making mistakes, or they wait until they are perfect to do things, but that we jump into the deep end and
take leaps of faith,
exactly, because at the end, God grants us the grace. And if we truly believe that, then we will change the world. And it's not just a cliche thing to say. I really truly believe that our faith in God and our acknowledgement that He sustains our life and that He sustains everything that exists will bring forth abundant fruit, but only if we jump into the deep end. I don't stay in our couches comfortably sitting at home, but like actually go out and be in the battlefield. And
don't be couch potatoes.
Exactly.
What Francis said at World Youth Day 2016, it will never leave my mind. Don't be a couch potato.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't have to be perfect to do things. If you have the one thing necessary, which is your union with God, then things flow from it.
Yeah.
You don't have to know it all. You don't have to know. You just have to allow God to act through you and then cooperate with that.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for your talk. For anyone watching this, multiple people Karina after her talk and said that it hit home for them. So thank you so much. We appreciate your time, and we're very blessed to have you.
Thank you for having me, Nat.
Nope.
Bohorquez.
Bohorquez.
Yes, that's perfect.
Does this sound?
So how do you actually pronounce it?
Bohorquez.
So it's like the H is silent.
Are you filming?
Bohorquez.
Yes, this is so good.